Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Wargamers on a Budget, finally, and today we're gonna discuss the topic about YouTube creation. This all started because of, there's some questions on the Wargamers Consortium live shows that I had to answer. My show there is called On the Budget, and the topic was how, I wanted to help people create YouTube channels on a budget, and I mentioned that there's three important things, blah blah blah, and then it also triggered Chung and replying from Wargamers Consortium, WGC East, which is Gary Jr., Family of Gamers coach, and also Gift of Chaos Studios. The video link is also down below, and all their links are down below. So this is kind of like a video response, also a tutorial for you guys. Watch this video with an open mind. This is my humble personal opinion. So this is what I would suggest to people. So let's start off with what kind of stuff that you need to start a YouTube video. Obviously, the most important part is equipment, right? Jay actually asked me, Jay from WGC West asked me, how much did I start the channel with? Technically, I start with $0. Why? I borrowed my sister's camera. I use natural lighting, which is the sun. This is a rainy, gloomy day in California right now, and the sun is still pretty good. And you can also color correct with the software that you're gonna get. So I started with 0. But over time, I figured that the quality wasn't as good as I wanted, so I stepped it up a little bit. I got a birthday gift from my dad. I had my DSLR camera because I'm also into taking pictures. I'm a photographer as well, and then I started hanging out on Google Plus with a couple of people, with Les and Van and everybody else, and then they start using C920, which is that camera over there, and the quality is super awesome. So I invested on that, and then I asked Les what light does he use for painting. He uses odd lights, and I started buying that. But I didn't buy them all in full price because, again, I'm a wargamer on a budget. And sometimes I don't even carry a camera. All I did is carry my phone, and that is from my phone. The quality is a 1080, so I'm pretty satisfied with that. I did a video with all 4 cameras playing at the same time, and I was quite surprised of the quality, that I can do multiple angles like this. So okay, let's start off with the equipment. This is my picks, okay? I mentioned the odd lights because lighting is very important in video creation. Odd lights is about $30 if you get it from Michael's. It's one of the smaller lamps, OTT lights. $30. I got the white one over there. I can't really show you right now because I'm not handling the camera. But it's a really good investment for your painting, and also, if you want to light something up. Obviously, you would need 2 lights, like Chung said, from 45-degree angle. But if you're on a budget, you can't buy like 6 umbrellas and stuff like that, right? So $30 budget. That is my personal pick for it if you want to spend money. But if you don't want to spend money on it, obviously the sun has always been good for me. I usually shoot on Saturday morning before I do whatever I need to do on Saturday, so it's sufficient. I know sometimes you want to shoot, like you have a different schedule than me, so you want to shoot it after work and there's no sun, so odd light is a good solution for that. For cameras, I recommend using the C920 right here, Logitech. On Amazon right now it's $79.99. If you have Amazon Prime, it's shipped free within 2 days, so I have no problem using that. This is one of the best webcam that I've actually used. So this is good for like a vlogger style. Like right now I am still in a vlogger style, but sometimes I do showcases. The C920 might not be enough for that. Like you might need a DSLR for it with a better lens. But if you just wanted to do blogs, C920 is my pick, which is $80 from Amazon. I've heard some other people actually got it for $15. That might be a Black Friday deal or something. If you can get it, more power to you, but right now from what I see is $80. Also, another question was what kind of softwares that we use. I use Sony Vegas personally, but if you're on a budget, you can always get Windows Movie Maker. I know Van is using that, and Windows Movie Maker is actually free, so there's a lot of other tools that you can probably find and download online. for free legally. So try to look for it. And then another equipment that I wanted to mention is tripods. I'm using a $1 tripod from Dollar Tree store on that camera right now when I'm showing my workbench, or you know, when shooting like this. This is for the DSLR. I use a $25 tripod that I've had since I took black and white photography 10 years ago. So, you know, and then that camera in particular, I use a 7-Up can next to a wall, and then just lay it there, press record, and just wait. So there's plenty of tools. A good channel that I mentioned in the show, that he's kind of like my guinea pig, and because he started with 0 and he tried to go up as well, is 11th Legion. I told him to just start recording with his phone, and then I found a cell phone case that has a tripod plug on it, and then it came with a tripod as well, about that big. So he started using that, and it was only like $5 shipped to the UK. So I think there's plenty of options for you to use. Another option is that if you want to start using green screen like background, like how Wargamer Consortium is doing it, I had an experience with a company that I used to work for. We bought a whole green screen, like a cloth, Anna's linen, for $25. As long as you get the color right. I think I forgot what it's called, chroma something. Chung could probably tell you a little bit better on that, but I got that with coupon as well for $25 for a whole 10x10. So it is plenty. I don't even have a 10x10 area to record. So a total, if you want to do all of that, the total is less than $200, which is also in a budget. Now, those are the equipments that I use. Obviously, I'm not gonna, you know, you already know how much is a DSLR camera. It's expensive. A smartphone nowadays is about $300 if you have with a 2-year contract. But if you already have it, why not use it? The Logitech camera is probably one of the best options that I have. Another one was the Blogger camera that my sister bought, and she bought it for $70, and that was only 720p, so I didn't like the quality of that. Now let's get on to the topic of, you know, you ask questions to Chung, and the show format. You ask, how does the format should be? My personal opinion, just keep going, and then until you find your flow, what you wanted to do, then stick with it. Go with it. If you notice in the beginning, it was more for me like talking about on the budget. And then slowly I started to run out of topics. I mean, I still have a lot of topics to talk about, but it comes with viewers, feedback, Chung's feedback, and all the other ideas are coming from everywhere. So keep going with your main series, and if you do, Les recommended me this, if you do have like tutorials, if you have showcase and everything, you know, tutorial is the one that makes the most are getting watched the most, so do tutorials. I would recommend that because I'm seeing a lot of traffic from my tutorials. And make your main series, like for me, Wargamers on the Budget is my main series, as the fillers, and then showcases when you don't have enough time to create, you know, a whole series like Wargamers on a Budget. So use showcases as fillers as well. So with those 3 videos, I'm good for like at least 6 months. Like with my ideas and everything, I'm good for at least the next 6 months. So, and I'm trying to do videos once every week. So if you see me, I do have videos at least once every week. Or if I don't have a video in 2 weeks, I would post 2 videos the next week. So, you know, you can always do that. And then it comes to the question of single camera or multiple angle. I'm using multiple angles with all my different cameras. It's a great tool. It keeps the viewer's eye moving, because when they see movement on the on the screen, they're gonna pay attention. Like even when they're painting and they're just listening to you, and you know, like this, and then they can see in the peripheral visions that there's some kind of movement, and they'll look, and it triggers their attention again. A couple of great ideas that a lot of YouTubers, like successful YouTubers like Philip DeFranco uses, is cutting the way that he speaks every sentence. So it feels like there's a gap, there's a gap. Just watch one of his videos and you'll notice it. Also using sound effects like this. It grabs people's attention. That's another good point. And also, but make sure that you don't do it don't do it like this, because it gets kind of annoying, right? Or, you know, whenever you use the sound effect, you don't do it like I did that a little too much in the beginning when Wargamers Wargamers on a budget, and I try to do it less and less now. So hopefully you can, you know, learn from my mistakes. Also, another thing that came up as the question is whether you want to have like a, you know, a home editing kind of thing versus very polished like what Chung is doing. I think that is a big topic. I'm actually doing this home editing style. This is a one-man job. I've been doing this for what, the last 6 months, and if you see the progression from my first video up to now, it's the people around me that keeps pushing me up, you know, to higher, you know, just make the standard a little higher and higher. I start having lower thirds on the bottom, like this one over here. So I think eventually you can start off with home editing skills, because, you know, everyone has their real life, and then eventually you'll start going up and up and up and up, and then eventually it will become polished. And I'm pretty sure Wargamers Consortium Chung will help you with whatever you need. You know, I mean, as long as you're loyal to the Wargamers Consortium, right? If you became, I don't know, I hope not, or if you became like an enemy to Wargamers Consortium, I couldn't say enemy, that sounds bad. But if somehow you try to attack Wargamers Consortium with one of your video, obviously, you know, Chung is not going to help you anymore, because we're human. We don't like hate, obviously. And again, you know, finding your show format is finding your own comfort zone. What do you like to do? That's my opinion on the whole show format topic. Another topic that you guys talked about is returning the favor or sub for sub. I generally sub anyone that has wargaming thing. Sometimes I do make my own like judgment of this guy's not gonna make any videos in like the next 2 months, but subbing, as long as the guy doesn't bug me, it doesn't really matter. Like Chung did a good example, like, you know, if somebody starts spamming you, then, you know, press that spam button. I mean, the worst thing that a spammer could do is send you a spam, and then you click the spam button, and then that's it. It never happens again. Like, you know, you will never see that person again because you block him. But never once I actually went to Chung and say, hey, check out my channel. I actually just started doing videos as a response to Joey. Video response. I'm going to go get back into that. So I made a video response to Joey about magnetizing bases. And then after that, an official Wargamers on the Budget video came up. And in that video, I did link Joey with it. And then Joey actually told Chung about it. And then Chung commented on my video. And I started talking to Chung, like, he gave me his number, blah blah blah, and he said that he likes the way that the direction of the channel that I'm going. So my personal opinion on this is, if you have good enough content, if your content is good, it doesn't have to be even polished. Just find a great topic for you to start. Then someone will pay attention to you. It'll get someone's attention, and if you keep raising the bar, if you keep leveling up yourself, someone bigger will actually notice you, and then, you know, eventually you'll get noticed by more and more people. I haven't done a giveaway at all. The only thing that resembles a giveaway for me is me painting Vanhammer model that we collaborated, that I'm actually going to auction it off on eBay and then donate the money from that. And I bought that with the first month money that I got from YouTube, which is not a lot at all. I'm going to talk about monetization as well, but yeah, that's pretty much the way that I feel. Like, you know, sub for sub, I tried that, and it doesn't work, because your intention wasn't pure. You're just getting subs. Les actually mentioned this to me. If you want to do a giveaway, you know, make sure you do a giveaway for the people that already subbed to you as a thank you, not thinking that you're getting new subs. And let's get back to video responding. Like I mentioned, I video responded to Joey, and then it got Joey's attention, and it got Chung's attention, which is super awesome. So, and I'm even doing a video response to you while I'm making my own content right now. So this is another tool for you to get attention without actually spamming. So instead of going to Chung, like messaging Chung and say, hey, check my channel out, with no other information, somebody's gonna get pissed because somebody goes to you like that. You're not gonna want to check his channel because you think, who's this guy spamming me? 2 subscribers and spamming me? You know, you gotta look at the other person's perspective. So one of the good ways of doing, like, giving yourself an exposure is doing video responses to people's different channels. I actually try to trigger people to respond to me with my I am a Wargamer video. And I've been getting like a couple of responses here and there. So take that chance to respond to my video, and then basically you can see the videos response in my video. So you can always click on that and you get more exposure that way. So instead of handing flyers to someone's face, subtly put it somewhere where they can see it. If the content is nice enough, if the content of that flyer, I'm using a lot of different advertising analogy, if the flyer looks catchy enough, you'll look at it and then, oh, I'm gonna check this guy out, right? So that is my opinion on that particular matter. Another topic that you guys discuss is collaboration and viewers' feedback. Viewers' feedback is the best thing that you could ever have because you're sharing information. What you want is people to give a feedback. Negative feedback or positive feedback is still a feedback. It's still a viewer. Someone's watching you. I've been getting at least 1 dislike almost on all my videos. I don't know who that person is, but I actually thank you for taking your time to open my video and click dislike. Why? You're still a viewer. It's your opinion to dislike my video. I have no hard feeling. If you start attacking me through spam and stuff, then, you know, I would feel offended by that. But right now, at this moment, if you're disliking my video, I actually wouldn't care less. I'm thankful that whoever that person is, because I'm still getting a viewer, right? So, like Chung said, don't pay attention to them. If you want to pay attention, you should start paying attention when, you know, your YouTube video has 100 views, but it has 99 dislikes. Then you might be doing something, you're offending too many people. Then you might want to, I don't know, do another video to apologize. But if your intention was to troll, then obviously it was a success, right? And now let's get on with the topic of collaboration. I love it. Collaboration is always it's almost always a good thing, but you have to make sure that you know who the other person is. If that person is just trying to collaborate with you because trying to piggyback off of you, like a person with 2 subscribers trying to interview you because he wants to use your name, you know, you might want to be careful with that. Chung and Les has been warning me about that kind of thing recently, because now I am a collaboration. I am part of the collaboration of WGC West. Yeah, represent. I feel really awesome being part of WGC West because it feels like I'm an Avengers West, right? West Coast. But yeah, collaboration is good. It's fun because, you know, talking to the camera like this sometimes can get really, really boring. Having another person to interact with you is good. Like, I did a collaboration with Hugo when I went to Japan, and it was a blast meeting Hugo in person, you know. And then I'm going to Adepticon soon, and I'm going to meet a lot of different YouTubers, and it feels awesome. Like, I'm going there, 1, to play Malifaux, 2, to actually meet a lot of people, and 3, being part of the, you know, Wargamers Consortium. And then you guys went on about improvement and future, you know, what your future goal is. My advice on that is always set a new goal. My goal was for 2013, it was to get 500 subscribers by the 6th by June, and 1,000 subscriber by end of 2013. My first goal was to get 250 by the end of the year, which I did get by the end of the year, probably like a couple of days before the end of the year. I was so happy about that. And then now I'm at 450 subscribers. January's not even finishing yet. It was all because of Chung's help and all the other friends of Wargamers Consortium, I guess. I've never requested them to actually, hey, can you expose me a little bit more? That's why I'm very grateful that, you know, they're actually doing this without me asking. I'm not spamming them to, like, hey, help me. And I also, you know, I went on with this because I feel like it's a snowball effect. Like, there's a momentum. I'm excited in making videos. I'm, you know, and the people around me, like Chung, could see it, that I am excited in making videos. I'm liking it and I'm enjoying it. We're also going to talk about intention on YouTube videos at the end of this video, because I think it is very important and I have a confession to make at the end. So set your goals up, because it is very important. Make a believable goal, but not too easy for you to catch it, because you're going to get lazy after that. So my goal was to get 500 subs by June. I'm already at 450. January's not even over. So I'm going to step it up and go 1,000 subs by June, because I believe the hardest part was getting 250. After 250, it went a little bit faster for me, because basically there's 250 people viewing me that can spread it out to another 250 instead of, you know, 50 spreading out to 50, right? I'm not that good at math, so another important fact, not fact, but my opinion on setting your future goals and stuff, you gotta think of, once you reach that goal, are you ready to accept the consequences? Because there's a pressure. You have, like Chung and Les, I think there is a pressure. I don't know if they're feeling it or not. I'm at 400 something subscribers. I'm feeling the pressure. The pressure meaning there's 450 people viewing my channel. If I don't have good enough content, they're gonna be gone. Or what if in a year from now I became lazy? I'm pretty sure in a year from now me and my wife are planning to have kids. I'm gonna have less time to create videos. I'm hoping that the subscribers gonna stay with me, right? So there's that pressure. It's a pressure to, you know, like for example, I don't know, maybe this works, because let's say Chung is at a convention or a tournament. Everybody knows him at, you know, with his videos, he's a friendly guy, blah blah blah. It could have been that day he's having a bad day and he's really moody that day. He doesn't want to be bugged, and people are asking him, you know, being the YouTube celebrity he is, I believe there's a pressure for you to act like the persona that you are on YouTube. You know, just remember that all the people that we met over YouTube, they're all humans like everybody else. I was only starstruck with Les and Chung the first day at Socal SmackDown, and after that they're like buddies. So, and I'm excited to meet like Vanhammer in real life, like Joey. I heard that Wargamer Girl is going as well as part of Wargamers Consortium, and I'm gonna be starstruck for the first day, obviously, because I'm also a human. So, you know, one of those things that you gotta pay attention to, there's a pressure. If you do get to the goal that you wanted, if you do get like 27 or 25,000 subscribers, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna keep up the same persona that you're gonna have, or it actually gonna kill you, right? Not literally, obviously. Another topic that you guys mentioned was sponsorship. How do you get sponsorship, and what does that entitle you, blah blah blah. First, don't look for sponsorship because you wanted to get free stuff. That is one big key factor in it. I get free stuff from my sponsor, Badger, and then I use it, but I have to give it back to Badger. You know, there's a reason why they gave me that stuff. and I have to show him, like, you know, I promise to do a review, an honest review at least. And then, you know, loyalty plays a big factor in sponsorship. But let's start off with how to get the sponsors. Chong mentioned that he has a list of people that he trusts and everything. I was fortunate enough to be in that list, and he sent it to Cain. If you notice in my channels, I also have Ministomp.com as one of my sponsors. I actually talked to the guy over Bartertown because I wanted to buy some stuff, and then he said, "Oh, you have a YouTube videos?" I'm like, "Yeah, I have some YouTube videos," because I posted my signatures and stuff over the email. And he's like, "Hey, why don't we sponsor you? You can get discounts off of our store, and all you gotta do is just put up Ministomp.com in the beginning. It doesn't matter for how long, or, you know, mention them once in a while." I love that because it's not much of a commitment that I need to make. It's not like I'm stabbing them in the back by mentioning other stores. They do have a specialized, you know, they have open sprue kind of thing. And to be honest, I haven't bought a lot of things from Ministomp.com. I bought a couple of things from them. I made purchases, so that's how I support them. And I'm also mentioning them in, you know, in front of my videos. So for Badger, I think right now I owe Ken a lot. So I have to do review videos. It's not because I didn't, like, you know, I've been busy, so I haven't been doing it, but I will do them. So sponsorship, yeah, it's good. You get free stuff, but again, the pressure is there. You can't just get the stuff and run away. I was fortunate enough to be in that list with Chung, because he knew that he could trust me. So, and he knew that I'm not gonna run away with the free products and run away. So getting sponsorship is good, but you have to know, you have to be responsible. Become a responsible adult on the matter. Like, you know, sponsorship is a business. One good top point that Chung actually mentioned is you have to look at yourself, put yourself in the business's shoes. Like, you know, why am I sending these products to these people? Am I getting anything back? If I have 2 subscribers, do you really want to send me items? Not really, right? I tried that with KR Case before I met Chung. I had like probably 50 subscribers, exactly how Chung mentioned it. They didn't even answer my email. So they didn't even, I don't think they even read it. They probably got a lot of those. So I have no grudge anymore towards KR, because I knew that if I put myself in their shoes, why would I send something for this guy who had 50 subscribers, right? So that is my take on sponsorship. And it came to the topic of live streaming, whether you should do live streaming or not. I personally never started a live stream before. I've always been a guest. Not because that I didn't want to. The opportunity never occurred to me to start a live stream, because I'm trying to level up by trying to do polished video as much as possible, like with lower thirds and everything else. You know, with my limited equipment. I don't have fancy equipment like Chung, and I appreciate the fact that he's actually helping me. If I wanted to use it, I can over there. So live stream, I have nothing against it. I was actually in a live stream last night with the Ebonstar talking about some Malifaux stuff, and it was for like an hour, over an hour. I was also in a live stream with 11 Legion, their first live stream before they're called Chilling Wargamers now. So there's a lot of live stream stuff that you can do. It is a great tool. Think of it as live stream as a tool versus having recorded video like this. Obviously, recorded videos, you have the advantage of editing it. If you want to edit things that you don't want people to hear you say, you can always do it. But live stream is good because you're getting live feedback from the audience. But think about it this way: if you only have 50 viewers or 50 subscribers, and you're doing a live show and there's only 1 or 2 viewers, most likely those 1 or 2 viewers are always going to be the same ones. So I would recommend start doing the live view stuff later on, like when you hit probably the 3 digits, like mid 3-digit subscribers. So when you know you have a lot of viewers. And don't forget that when you do the live chat thingy, once you stop that broadcast, that video is also going to be up onto your video upload. It's a free content that you already created without editing, and people love that. People plays the live stream stuff when they're not paying attention, like when they're painting and they just play it in the background. It's background noise. I do that to a lot of different videos that's over an hour long. Like actually this talk, the talk that you had was actually played over when I was working, and it's just like a podcast for me. So you know that I have nothing against live stream. I have nothing against both of them. Both sides are actually good depending on what you want to do. That is my take on it. Giveaways. Giveaways. I'm with Les with this one because I work in a company before where we actually had to do iPad giveaways and stuff. We do get a lot of subs from it, but they're all, I call them empty subs, meaning their intention was to get sub to get free stuff from you. I don't like that. Even in a business point of view, it's yeah, it's marketing, but it's, I don't know, it's like shooting in the dark. Your subs might unsub right after the giveaway is done if you don't win anything. So I'm gonna go with Les's opinion on this. If you want to do a giveaway, do some type of giveaway that only the subscribers that you have now is eligible to do it. I mean, to enter. And you mentioned that you don't have anything to give away. There's plenty of things that you can give away. I'm actually, you know, that Vanhammer thing, that is the closest thing I'm gonna do a giveaway. I mean, because it's not that I don't want to give free stuff to people. I think it might be going against my channel's policy. Wargamer's on a budget, and I'm spending stuff around. Somebody actually mentioned this on my Facebook, saying like it's hard to believe that my channel is Wargamer's on a budget, but I'm holding $150 worth of airbrush and, you know, $300 worth of paint. I never paid for those, so you know, I'm still trying to go with my policy. It might sound like I'm a cheap Asian guy, but that is the policy that I set for my channel in the beginning, and I'm trying to stick with that. So it doesn't mean that I don't want to give a giveaway for you guys. I don't have the pleasure of getting sponsored items and give it to you guys. The sponsored item was for me to review, and I actually use them personally. The Vanhammer model that I'm gonna do, I can't give it away because I promised Van that I'm gonna send it for you know, auction, and then use that money for a donation. He liked the cost, that's why he gave me a discount on the product. So that's the way I'm gonna do it. So giveaway, I have nothing against it, but be careful with it because you might get empty subs. Like I said, you know, empty subs, people who sub you because they just want free stuff. And honestly, I do that too. If someone is giving me, you know, a free sub, I mean, not a free sub, there's a chance for me to get a free item, and the only thing I have to do is comment or sub, I'll do it. Why? Because it's like a Kickstarter project. You pay the money. In this case, the money is you subbing them, and you don't even have to pay attention until they announce it, and then you come back to see if you're a winner or not, and then that's it. You're done, right? For Kickstarter, you're just waiting for the item to arrive. If it doesn't, then if it doesn't, then you complain, right? So there you go for that particular part. I'm, I guess, a neutral, but be a little bit cautious about it. And it comes to the last part of this video. My final words and advices. I like to see creating video. Think of it as a wargaming hobby. I'm gonna start using analogies. Think as video creating as an army. You wanted to start an army, aka you wanted to start a YouTube channel. You wanted to start. There's research to be done, right? You gotta find the topic that you want for the video. Basically, in this point, you're researching on the fluff. You want to know what, and then what you're trying to achieve. How is your game style? You know, wargaming style. If you like going up close to someone and then try to do it with melee, you go with Blood Angels. In this case, if I want to spread a message of trying to be a smarter wargamer by using Wargamers on a budget to tell you how do you do stuff, then I'm gonna choose that, right? So creating a video is like choosing an army for me, and then polishing it up is like painting your army. If this is the first time you ever paint it, obviously your paint job isn't going to be good unless you are godly talented. Like, people had training classes for video making, obviously. I didn't even know about lower third until I worked for that company, and then somebody who actually had filmmaking things, you know, lower third is good when you're doing a lot of different videos. So, you know, painting your army is the same as polishing your channel. You start leveling up over and over with experience. And then when people ask you for your background on your videos, think of it as the fluff of the army, the fluff of your video. So that is the analogy that I use to make it seem a lot easier for people to understand when you want to create YouTube videos. And I did mention that I do have a confession to make, and it's also an apology, I guess. At first, when I created this video, this channel, I was actually unemployed. It was last year, somewhere in June. That was about 6 months after I got unemployed. And I wanted to start creating different things to actually make me a little extra money here and there. I started being back in the hobby in January, start painting and everything, and that's when I started watching Joey. I watched Chung just a little bit before that, and my intention was to get extra money. Quickly after that, I learned that that is not the way to do it. It's not the best way to do it, because once you start monetizing, I can't even say it. If you're trying to put money on YouTube, you'll start noticing that you don't make that much money. You spend more money in the hobby than trying to make money on YouTube. Look at Les, over 25K subscriber. I'm pretty sure it's not good enough to actually start paying for his rent or start paying for his phone bill and stuff. Yeah, he could get extra money to buy stuff for hobby, but that's about it. Unless you're like Philip DeFranco, that you can make that, you can quit your job. Or if you make Minecraft videos, you can quit your job, you know, once you hit that point. But at this point, I'm just sharing content for you guys. When I do get money, it's a plus. So I apologize that to you guys, to viewers, that my intention wasn't pure in the beginning. I'm humbly sorry. I apologize for that. But now I am walking the true path. And thanks to Wargamer Consortium, who's been encouraging me, you know, just make content, make good content, not just make any content, make good content. And eventually you'll hit all your goals, and just keep making new goals. Keep leveling up. You know, when you're playing RPGs, video games, you want to level up. You want to ding, right? And then you want people to remember you when you were small. I think you mentioned this, Coach. You said that, you know, you want people to remember when you're only 50 subscribers and now you're X amount of subscribers. So my advice is have pure intention on your videos. Don't try to do this because you want to make money. You want to be famous. You like the attention. I like the attention, but it's unintentionally. I've only met one person so far that came up to me, "Hey, you're Mars from YouTube." I have butterflies in my stomach when he said that. I was like, wow, this is great. And that was when I had only 100 subscribers. So I like the attention, but I'm not trying to be an attention whore. So my advice, have a pure intention. Like your interaction with your son, I love that. That is, I think, a pure intent. One of the intentions that you could do is actually to bond with your kids. So yeah, my advice is have a good intention. Have a pure intention in creating a YouTube channel. I think that's the #1 key factor for this whole YouTube creation. And #2 is actually motivate yourself, because your YouTube channel is about you. And in this case, Family of Gamer 777, it's about your family in wargaming, right? You know, show that value, and eventually people will, like, you know, courage and honor and you and
Finn, I love that. Seeing the fact that father and son, father and kids, trying to bond together to create YouTube channels. I never had that opportunity with my dad, right? I'm pretty sure you never had that opportunity with your dad to create YouTube channels, but you find other ways to bond. And this is the modern era, like Modern Family, right? You try to bond with your kids with any way possible. And I'm sorry to say, when I do have my kids, I'm going to try to bond with them like this. They're probably going to make fun of me because they think that I'm old school and like, why are you doing this? Especially when they turn teenagers. Oh, I'm going to look back to this video so much later when my kids are teenagers, and I'm going to laugh at myself. So, yeah, pure attention, showing the value, you know, pure values as well. And set up your goals. Keep leveling up. That is my advice in creating a YouTube video. Keep yourself motivated. Channel positive energy from people around you. Channel the positive energy. I think that's a great way to start a YouTube channel. You don't even have to start a brand new topic, like a niche topic like what I did, Wargamers on a budget. You know, you can start doing battle reports, paintings, and stuff like that. But this is my video response. I'm sorry it is very, very long. I thank Wargamers Consortium. I thank everyone part of Wargamers Consortium and their friends, including you, Coach, and all WGC East, WGC Japan, WGC UK, Red Steel people, Socal Malifaux people, everyone. I think, and most of all, I thank you viewers who actually made me this far. So thank you. This is Mars. Talk to you soon.